If there was one word you had to describe it, what would that be?
Epic.
Large. It's a very large film.
He's right. It is. It's epic and large in scale and in the monster scale. It is.
Because I got to see it on a big screen quite recently, and I felt the same. It made me realize like how much I miss watching like big, loud, fun, unpretentious movies on a massive screen. Ideally with other people to share that experience. Unfortunately, it's you know, during a pandemic, it's going to be tricky to do that. But I highly recommend people who can watch it on a big screen to try to do that.
Es sind gefährliche Zeiten.
Godzilla verletzt da draußen Menschen und wir wissen nicht warum.
Irgendetwas, das wir noch nicht sehen, provoziert ihn.
Ich bin der gleichen Ansicht.
Die Mythen sind wahr. Es gab einen Krieg. Und Sie sind die letzten Überlebenden.
Do you remember when your first memory for Godzilla or King Kong?
I think my first memory of like King Kong and Godzilla, Peter Jackson, 2008, I think 2008, 9. Like, that was my first memory. I was only like seven or six. So yeah, I really liked that movie. I was really scared of his hands because his hands were like really wrinkly.
Mine was back in the 90s. I mean, like, I remember the black and white versions and the 70s and stuff like that. But I was really into Godzilla when it was Matthew Broderick. You know what I mean? Like when it was like Matthew Broderick running through Madison Square Garden with the baby Godzillas, and Puffy had the song Come With Me, and you had those cool collector's cups from Taco Bell. Did I collect them all? It's nobody's business. But it was, I just remember it was like this new reinvention of Godzilla. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I probably went to the theater and saw it like 2 or 3 times because I was like, this is really cool. And to see where it's gone and to now be a part of it is like, it's mind blowing because it's just so much more to Godzilla than what we thought before. You know, he's more than just this lizard that came out of the ground and wants to destroy the world. Like, no, he's actually like a titan. Like, you know, there's this whole backstory of how he and King Kong are titans who, you know, ran the world, and now they're meeting back on the surface and they are really mad at each other.
My first introduction to Godzilla was through my father. We had old VHS cassettes of the Godzilla movies from the 60s when I was a kid. It's basically like 2 guys in a bodysuit as Godzilla and walking around a miniature version of Tokyo, like just wrecking stuff. You know, I have a soft spot for Godzilla since then. Kong, on the other hand, like I had a crush on Jessica Lange when I was a kid, and then I saw the King Kong movie when I was like 10, 12 years old, and in King Kong, like he's in love with Jessica Lange in the movie. So I was like, he's trying to steal my girl. So I was not happy about that. And so I've had a beef with King Kong ever since. So going into the movie, I was definitely like more Team Godzilla than Kong.
Both of your characters are new in the franchise. What would you say do Bernie and Josh add to the story?
Why don't I say what Josh adds to the story and you say what Bernie adds to the story, Julianne? I'll do it first time. All right, Josh. Well, I think that Josh is what keeps everyone on the level because he's the one that is actually telling us not to go the places we go, to actually like be safe. He's also a great friend to Madison, played by Millie. And then he ends up becoming a great friend to me because at the end of the day, he actually gains like this bravery that I don't think he even thought he had. And he actually has been the voice of reason throughout the whole movie, especially when he's teamed up with me and Millie, because our characters are like, let's expose everything. Let's just go. Like, let's bring down the system. And he's like, guys, don't you want to like have a milkshake and chill out before you go? And we all need that friend because sometimes we're all like, let's just do it. Let's bring down the system. And a friend is like, have a French fry first and chill.
I think Bernie's character is like he embodies the truth, I guess, in the film. You know, he is the truth, and he's this conspiracy guy, and all he wants to do is unveil the truth. And I think he wants to get in behind this giant apex corporation. So I guess Bernie's character just really pushes the group forward, and he's kind of They say Madison's the captain, but I definitely feel like he's the pilot.
You shot in Hawaii and Australia with this amazing cast. Is there any memory that stuck to you?
It was, well, the whole shoot was pretty memorable. Again, we shot in some extraordinary locations. I really did enjoy shooting we're in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. We're on a ship, and there's a lot of action stuff on that ship. At one point, they submerged the whole thing where the ship is about to sink, and there's a whole sequence where I'm swimming on water and I have to do this crazy stuff, and pretty scary but fun. And I think like I was supposed to be terrified in the scene, and that really helped because it was crazy, but it was also, yeah, it was an exciting sequence to shoot for sure.
Wer beugt sich wem?
Kong beugt sich niemandem.